Hey everybody, welcome to Blues Plate. This video is taking place on Friday night, but may not be posting until sometime Saturday because it's 9:30 here in Michigan. But I wanted to show you guys one of my favorite things to do, which is putting together a fruit platter. Now you can go and purchase beautiful fruit platters from Sam's and Costco's and Walmart and Myers, or you can save money and do your own. I am doing a fruit platter similar to one I would have bought, but I am adding a third type of cheese and I'm adding blueberries. So we're going to have 3 types of cheeses: mild, pepper jack, and Kobe jack. And then we're going to have strawberries, black grapes, green grapes, and then we're gonna put our blueberries in the middle. So most trays with cheese, you will see cubes instead of tiny slices. I like the slices. I feel like it stretches more. And I like things to be uniform. So on each of these parchment papers is an equal amount of strawberries and close to an equal amount of grapes. And then each one will have an equal amount of blueberries and an equal amount of each cheese. And the way I like to do that is to put all my cheeses together: Kobe jack, pepper jack, mild cheddar. And to get it as uniform as possible, I cut it straight down the middle, as much as I can down the middle. And it's not going to be perfect, but it'll be better than if I was to do it individually. All right. So then I'll take each section. The first batch was way better than this batch, but it's okay. So then I just take each section and I slice. I love putting together platters because it allows me to be creative. And even though I am not a person that is about zodiac signs, I do know my sign, which is a Taurus. And I do know that I have creativity. Now, of course, that doesn't come from the sign. That comes from the creator. But I just figured I would add that. Now, these are definitely different sizes from the first batch because of how that cut down the middle was a little uneven. It's so funny, on camera I did just fine. Off camera, I'm having a bit of an issue. But nonetheless, we're still going to get our slices. So we're trying to make sure that each platter has the same amounts of cheese, close to. And we're doing 2 platters because if they decide they want one later, they can do that. One can go in the fridge and one can be served. And then if I get pieces like this, right, that are not nice and smooth, I throw those pieces out. So I'm seeing now my piles come together. Trying to keep them as together as I can, as separate as I can, but together. We won't have those 2 pieces. So you see, as I was saying, my cuts are a little off because of the way I did because of the way I did my my center cut. So again, squared is the norm. And if you've watched any of my videos here or on Blue's Journey, which is my original channel, I am not a big follow the rules person. Hubby, I am getting warm. Thank you, please. So, the reason I'm doing this platter is because there was someone in the community, an elder in the community, passed away a few days ago. So I was asked by another elder to put some items together. And so we'll be doing a couple different videos. We'll do this one with the platter, and then I will do a cleanup, and then we'll come back and do a pasta salad with just vegetables. And then we'll do the baked salmon with lemon garnish. Okay, so let's finish the cheese slices. And then we will build our platter. So everything has been rinsed several times and dried, including our platters. These are chargers from Dollar Tree. Very pretty, very simple, and to me, elegant. Again, these platters are going to the wife of the elder that passed. So you know how when people pass, the tradition is to take them food so that they don't have to cook. So that is what we're going to be doing with this. So we want to keep each platter as uniformed as possible. So you're going to see me put stuff on here and switch it around. It might not stay the way I want. And we don't want our colors to be together, right? So for one platter, we're going to start with our grapes that are still on the stem. And then we will add the grapes that are not on, like these over here. They're off the stem, so we'll add those later. So we're gonna start with our green. And again, we wanna separate colors and we wanna separate items. So we're going to put our strawberries on next. Separating color, separating the items. Now, it's important to check your fruit because sometimes you have some pieces that really don't need to be on the platter, right? And we want to build high first. This is just my way, I'm not a professional, We want to build high first, and then we go from there. Okay? So then we're going to take our purple grapes, black grapes that are on the stem, and put those next to our strawberries. Okay? So that's where we're starting. Okay? This is the start. All right? So then I want to do the same thing to the other platter. We're going to keep these separate so that we know they go on a different platter. So we'll do the same thing on this one. We'll start with our grapes. That one was more put together. Simply just the ones that are still on the stem. The switch. Then we'll add our strawberries. I love a fruit platter, and I love when things are just different, right? So I had an idea in my mind of how I was going to put all this together. Once I get a visual, then I know what I can switch around. And then our grapes on the stem. And if there are stems that don't have anything on them, like these couple, I just pull those off, right? Okay, so we have our fruit on our platter. Sort of the way we want them. But we talked about dividing color and dividing the fruit. And we have plenty of space. So at this point, I'm going to do what I should have started with. I'm going to make space for the blueberries. Because the blueberries are tiny, we're just going to leave them in the bowl. Okay? We're just going to leave them right there in the bowl. Okay? And we'll do the same one over here. Now I was able to count out an even amount of strawberries and an even amount of blueberries. With the grapes, I couldn't be as accurate if I wanted them to stay on the stem. So then I need to make space for our 3 cheeses. And if you're looking at this, you're like, Blue, you only have 1 gap. Well, hubby will tell you one of these days that I am the queen of, what do you call it, babe? The Tetris? The packing.
Organizing, arranging Tetris.
All right. So, see this gap right here? And this gap right here? We're going to put our first cheese there. So, we're going to take our Colby Jack. And we're just going to sit it in there. And we're piling high because that's going to give us more space. Okay? We're piling high. Then we're going to just transition our grapes. Set them high. And transition our strawberries for now. Then we're going to add our other cheese in this space, our pepper jack. Piled high. This is piling high, giving it more space for our fruit. Okay, then we're going to fill this space with those strawberries. And this platter is nearly done. We're going to transition our grapes, our black grapes a little bit. And in this space, we're going to add our cheddar. Piling it high so that we leave space. Okay. Now, we're going to change the way our grapes were laying. Add our grapes high. I'm seeing that it's not centered the way I would like it, so I'm going to push out. Allow myself to use up that edge. Push out where I can. Platter 1, done. And there we have one platter. Let's move these grapes just a little bit. There we go. I am going to get this strawberry to stay. Let's make these strawberries to where those greens are popping at the top. Let's do that. There we go. Okay. So there's our platter. I think this cheese over here can be built a little bit more at the top, giving us room for the strawberries to sit like that. Now they won't fall because we built our cheese up. And from here, everything looks about the even height that I would like it. There we go, you guys. Let's move that out the way. Let's start with our pepper jack. Move our bowl over to the middle. Pile our pepper jack on high. Change it as we have to. Let's transition our grapes a little. And transition our strawberries a lot. And the counter has been cleaned already, you guys. For those of you that would be like, "Duh, duh, duh." Let's move these out the way for now. And add our cheddar. Piling high. Can you see why I can enjoy this? It's actually calming. It's the one thing that doesn't cause me to be stressed out. Now let's transition our grapes, our strawberries. And our grapes. Just slightly go that way. And then in that space right there, we'll get our Kobe. And this platter is almost done as well. So I want to use this time to say thank you for all of you that have been subscribing to the channel. Those of you that have come from Blue's Journey. That piece is not as uniform as I'd like. So those of you that have come from Blue's Journey, thank you so much for your support of this channel. And those of you that are here just because you saw something that interests you and you decided to come on over. It is greatly appreciated. It does take patience, you guys. Not only for this, but for your channel to grow. It takes patience. Okay, so I am okay with that. I'm going to make these higher, a little bit more uniformed, If I see something that's not quite right, fix that. There we go. Get that blueberry back in there. Give everything a bit of a shove so that we can center it. And there we go. That is our 2 platters. Platter number 1. Platter number 2. There we go. And then with your fillers, just fill in. When they're like that, just take them off. Fill in. You can kind of even use them to cover up some of the spaces. Now, of course, if you like to take your stems off, that's fine. Most platters will have them on. It's just a more elegant look. For some it's not. And then you wrap these pretty things and you're good to go. Give you guys a turn. You got your 3 cheeses. You got your 3 veggies, or your 3 fruits, plus your blueberries. Same with this one. There you go. Build them up a little bit so stuff's not touching stuff. You get some pieces that are too big, just cut them. There you go. Wrap these, put them in the refrigerator, and they are good to deliver tomorrow. Thanks for watching. The next video will be pasta salad with peppers, onions, broccoli, Italian dressing, and noodles. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all on the next Blues Plate. Eat well. Be well. Bye-bye.